You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14 right now at 7. For the first time in over a quarter of a century, Galena High School hosted a salute to service. Our very own Melissa Alexis shares more on the impact this has had on students. Also, we'll see how Jasper and Crawford counties are increasing security at area polling stations ahead of next Tuesday's general election.
Plus, we'll talk about the weather that happened last night and what you can expect coming up for Halloween evening.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. I'm Elise Noe.
And I am Lindsay Gaffney. What are you dressed up as today?
I don't even know. These are witches' legs, I'm assuming, but I mean, you're creeping me out just looking at you right now.
This is a spider web and there are little spiders on my face.
Yes. It's pretty good.
Am I a spider or am I just something?
Or being attacked by spiders.
Being attacked by spiders. That's spooky. I'd be spooked by that. So
yes, happy Halloween to those who are celebrating. You know, whether you're watching scary movies or trick-or-treating, we hope you have a wonderful day. Well, yesterday, U.S. Representative Jake LaTurner and member of the Kansas National Guard hosted a salute to service event in Galena to recognize those who fight for our country.
KOAM's Melissa Alexis has more.
At the Salute to Service event, Galena students recognized the sacrifice the Kansas Army and Air National Guard makes to serve their country.
Our military men and women are the ultimate heroes in our lives, in our country. They're what we should strive to be every single day. It's the most selfless act anybody could do.
U.S. Representative Jake LaTurner returned to his hometown of Galena to host Wednesday's event.
I'm honored to be here.
And he hopes it encourages students to explore career options with the National Guard when they graduate.
I love this place, and the people here have been so instrumental in helping me at every step of the way.
During the event, a Black Hawk helicopter landed on the Galena High School football field, and students got a first-hand look.
I've never sat in a helicopter, and I would love to see the inside, especially of one like this.
I bet you not even 10% of the country's been able to do that. So they're going to be able to go home tonight and for years ahead and say we were able to go walk through a Black Hawk helicopter.
Students talked with the aircrew and pilot to learn more about the National Guard. Reporting in Galena, Melissa Alexis, KOAM News.
This is the first salute to service event in Galena High School in over 25 years.
That is really awesome.
Yeah, super cool. I mean, I've never seen a Black Hawk helicopter ever, so I'm sure those high schoolers were pretty impressed.
I don't know if I have either, so.
Yeah, pretty cool, pretty awesome.
Pretty is cool. No, what else is cool are these temperatures.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
certainly.
What's not cool are the storms that we got last night. We did have a confirmed tornado that did touch down as well. If we want to take a look outside, we can see temperatures right now starting off in the low 50s. Mostly cloudy skies as well, and clouds do clear out over the next several hours, but we do start off with pretty cloudy skies, Now, the amount of rain that we got last night, about 3 inches of rain out near Pittsburgh. Joplin only got about 2 inches of rain, but there was this one thunderstorm that started off in Oklahoma and moved all the way up through Miami to north of Seneca. That's the storm that dropped the tornado, and it dropped also 4.5 inches of rain. So we got quite a bit of rain amount. Now, looking forward to the weekend, we even have extra chances of more rain and showers and thunderstorms. So hopefully a good bit more rain accumulation as we head into the weekend, helping out with this drought. In addition to the one tornado that touched down, we also have quite a few wind damage reports, straight line winds, and 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts as well. So it was a pretty damaging storm. Luckily, all the rain is out of here now. Clouds are going to start to clear out here in the next several hours. You can still see overcast conditions all the way out to Independence and Chanute and east. Eventually, those clouds are going to clear out. We're going to have partly cloudy skies for the rest of the afternoon, but currently temperatures are about 52 out in Joplin, mostly cloudy skies and a light breeze out of the northwest, and that's going to continue for the next couple of hours. Now, temperatures today warming up to low 60s with our Halloween afternoon forecast. To plan on trick-or-treating, going to be in the low 60s, dropping down to mid 50s by 7 p.m. and then low 50s by 9 p.m. We do start to warm up and we have more rain chances in the forecast. I'll talk about that coming up.
All right, thanks, Lindsay. The city of Joplin wants to make a change in its sewer rates. The city held a public meeting yesterday evening to present information from the recent rate study of the city's wastewater treatment plant. Now, the meeting gave the public a chance to learn about the study and proposed 4 recent annual sewer rate increases. City staffers were on hand to address public comments and questions.
We project them out over a 10-year period, even though it's a 5-year rate study. But we try to look ahead for the next 10 years. And then in addition to that, we do know that we will have an upcoming plant expansion for the Shoal Creek wastewater treatment plant.
If the rate hikes are approved, they would begin next year. Well, NEO A&M in Miami celebrated the opening of a new nursing simulation lab with a ribbon cutting and open house yesterday. Now, the lab includes multiple simulation areas designed for high-fidelity simulated scenarios to teach and enhance skills and knowledge. Now, the simulations provide the opportunity to train students on complex medical scenarios without risk to patients.
Regions really relied on Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College and our nurses. For 50 years, we've graduated more than 2,200 nursing graduates that really work here in this region, and so it's important that we continue to invest in the infrastructure and the technology to make sure that we can produce the best quality students that we can.
The NEO Nursing Simulation Lab was constructed and supplied with equipment thanks in part to ARPA funding from the state legislature. And the Wyandotte Nation also donated $100,000 towards the project. Well, if you're worried about safety at the polls this election, poll workers say you should not be concerned. KOAM's Lonnie Walton stops by both Jasper and Crawford counties to see how they're keeping you safe.
Biggest problem that we've had is people placing campaign signs where they're not supposed to or electioneering at the polls.
Charlie Davis is a Jasper County clerk. He says they may have had a few problems in the past, but definitely not like other places.
There has been other counties where there's actually been fights breaking out at the polls because of that. We haven't had that issue in Jasper County before, but it's pushed the envelope a little bit.
Lisa Lusker is the Crawford County clerk. She says although it's illegal to have police at polling sites, she says their poll workers are well trained. But just like Davis, she says there's really no issue.
Residents of Crawford County are for the most part just responsible and just want to get the voting done, and everybody's been really relaxed about it.
One thing both Luster and Davis don't want to see is electioneering.
We might have some poll workers ask individuals to remove some of the hats, etc. And I just ask that all the voters be kind to our poll workers.
Both Davis and Lusker say their communities are welcoming towards others with different views.
Just remember that we're all residents of Crawford County and we want to see this done correctly too.
I think in Southwest Missouri we're going to be fine.
Reporting in Jasper County, I'm Lonnie Walton, KOAM News.
Both Davis and Lusker say they will have extra security on hand, and if you see something, to report it to staff members. And those are our top news stories this half hour. Coming up next, Emily Frankowski joins us this morning to give us a preview of what Connect to Culture has lined up for the month of November. You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. Emily Frankowski from Connect to Culture is with us this morning with an invitation to several events happening this November. Good morning to you, Emily. Happy to have you here.
Happy Halloween.
Yes, happy Halloween indeed.
Yeah.
So talk to me. I mean, tomorrow is already November, if you can believe it. You have some amazing events lined up for this month, starting with Saturday. Talk to me about what's going on then.
Yeah, November is full of performances by Connect to Culture at the Cornell Complex in downtown Joplin. And Saturday we have got Acoustic Eidolon, which is a husband-wife duo. What's so interesting about them that it was just kind of serendipity that they met. They both actually lived on like the same stretch of road, but one day Hannah, part of the duo, Joe and Hannah, got some kind of gig that was at a recording studio, and she was so surprised that it was like right down the road, and that's when she met Joe. And they kind of hooked up with different musical adventures adventures from there.
That's amazing.
And she plays the cello, and he plays the double neck gitjo. I don't know if you've ever heard of this.
I don't think I've ever heard of that before.
I hadn't either, but it's basically a instrument that's perfectly designed specifically for Joe.
Oh, wow.
It kind of mixes a banjo and guitar. It has 14 different strings. Usually a guitar has 6.
Wow. Yes.
And so there's only 2 of them, I think, that are in the world, and he has had them designed just for him.
Incredible.
Which is kind of like a harp-like sound. It's a very unique sound, but when they blend the cello and the gitjo together and some vocals, it's just magical. So that's this Saturday. Definitely get your tickets now. And then next up is just the very next weekend, November 9th, we've got someone that has been on both The Voice, a top 8 finalist on The Voice, and a top 10 finalist on American Idol. It's Mary Beth Bird, and she mixes kind of contemporary pop with country and kind of, she's also a Christian artist, and so she just has a wonderful voice, and she also has an interesting story. She got over a stutter with singing and music, and
That's
so
incredible.
She has a really interesting story to tell. And we're excited to have her and her band here with us. So also for high school students and college students, we currently have some free tickets. So if you go to our box office right now and show your student ID, you can have up to 4 free tickets to that show while they last.
Yeah, great night out for that.
Yes.
And then you have one more happening on November 23rd. It's the TheaterWorks USA production of Charlotte's Web. How sweet.
Oh, awesome. Which, I mean, Lindsay would fit right in with her little spiders
know,
that were
wouldn't
on her face. But yes, everyone knows the story of Charlotte's Web, and TheaterWorks USA is they're an amazing theatrical company that we work with year after year because they do such high quality productions, really interesting sets, and it's a wonderful way to have kids experience live theater for the first time. And our tickets are so affordable, under $4 or under $5 for kids, under $20 for their parents, and so everyone can come to the show together. And what's great about that is a separate day we have a school show where we bus kids in and they get to see the show as well. So when all is said and done, probably nearly 1,000 different students will get to see this live production. But a lot of fun. They kind of mix bluegrass music into this amazing set. You get to see Charlotte and Wilbur, of course, it's just a wonderful story. Good for kids of all ages, I'd have to say. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Charlotte's Web is iconic. And Emily, if people want to find more information or get tickets, where can they do so?
Yeah, you just have to visit connecttoculture.org, or you can come on down to the Cornell Complex. We've got our box office right in the lobby, or you can call us as well. Any different way to get a hold of us. We will hook you up with tickets. It's just going to be an amazing November full of performances.
Fantastic. Sounds like so much fun as always, Emily. Thanks for coming in today. Happy to have you.
Thank you.
Stick around. We'll be right back with more.
Well, we did have some storms last night that dropped a tornado and created quite a few wind damage reports as well, though clearing out now. We got mostly cloudy skies out there in downtown Pittsburgh, but winds are out of the north and the rain has cleared out now. The one tornado that did touch down the tornado warning first started at about 10:27 out near Afton and then moved towards Fairland, then continued northeast until about 11:15. You can see went all the way up to past Seneca, Missouri, and we actually have footage of it out in Racine, Missouri, and that was given to us by a viewer. There's the footage. You can see the tornado in the distance. Now, we don't have any surveying done yet. National Weather Service will be out surveying today and tomorrow for all of the storms, any other tornadoes that did drop, not in our area but outside of our area, and the wind damage reports as well. Now, this tornado was touchdown, you can see 10:50 last night, so it continued until just about 11 p.m. before the storm finally dissipated. We actually have you can see the rain track from that one storm that did drop the tornado. It was a very strong storm. Dropped about 4.5 inches of rain south of Miami. As you can see, it went all the way up to just south of Joplin before it finally started to taper off, and then that overtook by the main line of storms. The rest of us got anywhere from 1/2 inch to 3.5 inches of rain outside of that one line of storm that dropped the 4.5 inches of rain. So it was quite a bit of rain accumulation. And we were thankful for it. We do have more chances of rain as we head into the weekend. Most of the rain's out of here now, though. We've got overcast skies all the way out to Independence, Chanute. You can see moving out to the east now, and over the next several hours it will clear out, but until then it's going to be mostly overcast skies, temperatures in the low 50s, and a light breeze out of the north. Now as we head into the afternoon, clouds break up. We're still going to have a few clouds out there. Temperatures warming up to the mid to lower 60s, and again, light breeze out of the northwest. Now, if you're planning on trick-or-treating tonight, it is going to be a fantastic night for that. We've got temperatures already dropping down to low 60s by 6 p.m. and then through the 50s until about 10 p.m., getting down to just about 50 degrees before finally getting down into the 40s with our overnight low in the low 40s. So we have a cool night ahead, but chilly, but it's going to be fantastic. Today and tomorrow, mostly clear. Clouds start to push in as we head into later afternoon and early evening on Friday. Temperatures warming up to the low 70s as well, so we're warming up a little bit. We do have more rain chances though this weekend. Starting by midday on Saturday, we're gonna have isolated showers and then scattered showers as we head into the afternoon and evening time, and then even scattered thunderstorms overnight and into early Sunday morning. Those scattered thunderstorms continue intermittently through Monday morning as well. As you can see now, we're 2 a.m. on Monday. Scattered thunderstorms across the area. None of these are a part of a warm front or a cold front. They're just scattered thunderstorms that are being pushed in from the south. And then we do have a cold front that's moving in Monday afternoon. There's that line of storms, as you can see, and it's going to continue to push east, northeast, though the bulk of the rain is going to be just south of us. As of right now, we're still a bit of ways away. Now, with all of the thunderstorm chances that we have the couple of nights before, it's going to eat up a lot of the energy in the atmosphere, so we might not have enough energy to really fire up some severe storms, but we are going to get some thunderstorms along with this cold front. Now, winds are going to be out of the north after that. Temperatures drop back down to the mid to lower 60s again through next week. The amount of rain that we could see also collectively over the entire weekend could be up to 6 inches in some areas. So we're definitely excited to get some of that rain. We've been needing it. We've got a severe drought, but the next couple of days are going to be fantastic. So we've got the clear skies Thursday, Friday, temperatures in the mid 60s to low 70s. All the way through the weekend, and then those scattered shower and thunderstorm chances. Now Sunday is fall back, so don't forget to change your clock, get that extra hour of sleep on Sunday. That's a look at your forecast. We'll be right back.
Well, the Fall into Wine Tasting Fundraiser is all set for this Saturday. We have Debbie Blockman with us this morning to share more about the event. Welcome to you. Thank you so much. Happy to have you.
Thank you.
So talk to me a little bit about this fundraiser and who it benefits.
It is Sunday, November 3rd. It's from 1 to 4. This will be our 11th year as for our proceeds to go to the Joplin Humane Society. Yes. And we have over 100 plus wines to taste this year, about 30 spirits, and between 15 and 20 types of beers. We have 4 restaurants on the inside. We also have one of our sausage and cheese vendors that are supplying some products, but our restaurants are going to be really good this year.
Amazing and incredible. And so this goes to support the Joplin Humane Society.
Yes.
Now you've been doing this specifically for the Joplin Humane Society for about 11 years now. Talk to me about what the decision was to do that, to continue to do that, and how you've seen it benefit the Humane Society.
The people that attend this and come in and are involved with not only the tasting but our auction. All the proceeds that we have from the store go to this, and we've continued because it's been such a great partnership.
Yes.
And they need the money real bad right now, so it's always a pleasure to do this with them. So
yeah, fantastic. And over the years, over these 11 years, you've raised over 60,000, just about 60,000 for the Humane Society, which is absolutely incredible. So it's important for the community to come out to continue to support this.
Please come out. We have too much fun. You get a Riedel glass when you come in for your ticket fee, and you can go wherever you want to in the store. And it is the best $25 you can ever spend.
Absolutely. And there's also a lot of incredible items up for auction. Would you like to talk to me about some of those?
Yes, we have one of the Chief's etched bottles that has the new ring and there'll be some other surprises for that one. That's probably going to be our big one. But we have so many items from our vendors that are branded with different companies' names or spirits names. So it's going to be good, really good.
Absolutely. Well, lots to look forward to this Sunday. Yeah. And just an incredible event going to an incredible cause.
And they can watch the game while they're there because we have a TV around so that you can see it. So.
Fantastic. Well, Debbie, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
Of course. And we'll also have more information on our website, KOAMNewsNow.com, later today. Stick around. We'll be right back.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. The time now is 7:30. I'm Elise Snowy. Well, in-person early voting is officially underway in Oklahoma. Now, all 4 states in the area are open for early voting. According to the Oklahoma State Election Board, more than 167,000 people participated in early voting for the 2020 presidential election. Ottawa County election officials say they expect to see high turnout again this year. Long lines are already formed at some early voting locations, so officials encourage voters to be prepared with a valid ID before they come to cast their ballots.
Definitely bring your ID. It needs to be an Oklahoma State issued or federally issued ID. It does need to be current, not expired, and be patient. You're going to wait in line.
Early voting in Oklahoma will continue daily until Saturday at 2 p.m. You do not have to pre-register to participate. And as the holiday season approaches, food banks in our area are asking for more donations. Both Seneca Food Pantry and Feeding Incorporated in Carthage receive much of their food from Ozarks Food Harvest. Both say obtaining specific needs, such as meat, is difficult.
Getting meats has been hard. If someone has, packaged meat from either a, like a processor or from the store that hasn't been opened, we can receive perishable items. I think that's one of the things that is most commonly not seen. They get for the non-perishables, but they don't look at the perishables.
A Missouri initiative called Share the Harvest provides an opportunity for hunters to donate their deer to help food banks with their shortages. And if you're looking for a way to help area food banks, we've got you covered. For 21 years, Fox 14, KOAM, and the CW have teamed up with our generous neighbors and friends like you to help support food pantries through Feed the 4 States. And we're doing it again this winter. There are several ways you can help, and you can head over to KOAMNewsNow.com/feed to check out all of the ways you can help feed the 4 states. Now let's check in with Lindsay for a look at the forecast.
Well, taking a look outside, temperatures in the low 50s and overcast skies, so we really don't have a great morning, but it's going to clear out and we're going to have a fantastic Halloween. Yesterday we did have thunderstorms and we had quite a bit of rain accumulation now out in Chanute and northwest of Chanute. Only about 1.5 to 2 inches of rain. There was a thunderstorm that dropped a tornado, started off in Oklahoma, moved all the way through Miami and just south of Joplin, dropping about 4.5 inches of rain in its path. And then just north of Joplin, only about 2 inches of rain. So some of us got a lot of rain, some of us didn't quite get so much rain, but we did mostly all deal with the strong wind gusts. We had quite a few wind damage reports. The National Weather Service will be out surveying today and tomorrow for all of the reports that were sent into them. All the rain has cleared out of here. Clouds are still overcast all the way out to Independence, Chanute, but it is going to start to clear out in the next several hours. Until then, you're going to be dealing with the morning overcast skies, so it looks a little spooky to start off this Halloween. Temperatures are a bit cooler in the low 50s, and we're only warming up to the mid 60s for our highs today. You can see winds are out of the west-northwest, 5-10 miles per hour, so not too breezy anymore. Most of the gusts have cleared out of here. And if you plan on trick-or-treating tonight, our Halloween forecast, temperatures dropping down to the low 60s by 5 p.m. and mid 50s by 7 p.m., dropping down to about 50 degrees by 9, with our overnight low getting down to the low 40s. So we're right back on average, and we do have a nice day ahead as well. But more rain chances in the forecast, and I'll have all those details coming up.
All right, thanks, Lindsay. Well, trouble is brewing throughout the world's oceans as scientists sound the alarm over escalating destruction to critical coral reefs. Fox News' Chris DeMeo investigates.
Major concerns about the fate of the ocean's coral reefs are rocking the high seas. Environmental experts are demanding emergency action, citing research from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, which reveals 77% of the world's coral reefs are affected by bleaching.
Nearly 80% of coral reefs worldwide have experienced bleaching level heat stress.
Coral bleaching is a process where higher water temperatures cause corals to release their algae and then turn white. This can make them prone to disease and death.
And with continued warming, this number is likely to increase.
Scientists say this is the largest mass global bleaching recorded. The events are impacting both hemispheres.
To avert catastrophic losses of reef life and function, we are issuing emergency calls to action to both state and private sector leaders to urgently accelerate action to stop local and global drivers of decline and scale cost-efficient solutions.
Coral reef ecosystems support more than 25% of marine life. They also benefit roughly 1 billion people who rely on them for sources of food, business, and buffers from coastal storm activity. This means there can be real dangers to human health and wealth if coral reefs disappear.
The evidence is undeniable.
The red flags sparked a United Nations special emergency session on corals at the UN Biodiversity Summit in Colombia. Usually these sessions are called to combat the effects of worsening wars or disasters.
This is a war. It's a war on nature.
The UN is aiming to raise up to $3 billion to fund coral reef conservation by 2030. Chris DeMeo, Fox News.
And that's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. Scientists in England are bringing bones to life thanks to AI. In Consumer Watch this morning, a hearing is set to potentially shut down a sweepstakes put on by Elon Musk's political organization. A judge in Philadelphia set the hearing for later today after Musk's America PAC announced a $1 million a day sweepstakes to promote voting in battleground states. Pennsylvania's district attorney claims the sweepstakes violated federal laws that bans paying someone to vote. The judge orders all parties, including Musk, to be present at the hearing. Well, Halloween treats may not be so sweet this year. Business experts say chocolate prices are reaching record highs, which could lead to fewer chocolate candies this Halloween. Candy sales have dropped 1.6% in recent weeks, and the sky-high prices are linked to global inflation and extreme weather impacting areas where cocoa is primarily grown. Now, business analysts predict chocolate prices go back to normal soon with better weather in cocoa growing regions. And non-dairy milk is now free at Starbucks. The coffee chain says it will no longer charge an extra fee for non-dairy milk in drinks starting November 7th. Now, the company says the change will make it easier for customers to make their orders just as they like it. Starbucks says non-dairy milk is the second most common order alteration by customers, right behind a shot of espresso. Well, a 15-year-old teenager is hospitalized with severe complications of food poisoning after eating McDonald's quarter-pounder hamburgers in the weeks before a deadly E. coli outbreak was detected. Fox News correspondent Mike Emanuel has the story.
I just couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink. I was surviving on popsicles.
A 15-year-old high school freshman from Colorado says she's the latest victim of the McDonald's E. coli crisis. The teen says she ate the burgers 3 times in the weeks before the outbreak. Now she's hospitalized and says she's fighting off kidney failure due to severe complications with E. coli poisoning.
I couldn't stand up straight, because my back was hurting really bad, and I had really bad cramps or abdominal pain.
The teen is one of at least 75 people sickened across 13 states. 22 of those victims were hospitalized and more could be coming. Federal health officials believe tainted onions used in quarter-pounder hamburgers could be to blame.
On behalf of the McDonald's system, I want you to hear from me. We are sorry.
On Sunday, the president of McDonald's apologized, saying they will work hard to build back trust in the company. Officials also saying its beef has tested negative for E. coli and other ingredients are safe. Quarter pounders, which were temporarily removed off the menu, will be coming back in the coming week without onions.
For those customers affected, you have my commitment that, led by our values, we will make this right.
But when asked if they would eat the burgers again, some customers had mixed feelings.
I'll probably try it. I don't think I'll eat there again. I'm not confident. I don't feel safe.
This week, some of those sickened customers filed a class action lawsuit against McDonald's. The family of the Colorado teen in the hospital says they also plan to sue. In Washington, Mike Emanuel, Fox News.
And those are our top consumer stories. Let's take a look at the market prices before the opening bell.
Well, taking a look downtown Pittsburgh, we still have those mostly overcast skies, unfortunately. Though heading into Halloween, this is kind of a great start to the day, a little spooky, a little eerie following the storms last night. Now, we did have a tornado that touched down, started off out near Afton and in between Afton and Fairland. Radar indicated tornado, then it did become a radar confirmed tornado before it continued to move north-northeast. Heading just north of Seneca. It did pick up for a time there, but another tornado warning was issued outside of Seneca, and we actually have reports, video footage of the tornado out in Racine, Missouri. This was recorded about 10:50 p.m. As you can see, it's a little blurry, but you can kind of see that tornado funnel just outside, far away, but out in Newton County now. The tornado warning was first issued at 10:26, and then the second tornado warning was issued just before we got this footage and continued until about 11:15. That was the only tornado that was confirmed last night, though we did have quite a few severe thunderstorm warnings and quite a bit of thunderstorm wind damage as well. Now, the National Weather Service will be doing surveying over the next day or two. The amount of rain that we got was quite a bit as well in some areas. So the tornado that touched down was out near Miami. You can see the path that the storm took. It was a pretty strong storm, dropped about 4.5 inches of rain in its path. So quite a bit of rain out there near Miami, south of Joplin as well, near Seneca as well. Just outside of Pittsburgh, only about 3 inches. Chanute and north, about 1/2 inch to 2 inches. So across the area, we did get a bit of rain. Now, clouds are starting to clear out following the rain showers and the thunderstorms that we got last night. Heading into the day, it's overcast skies, temperatures around 50, 51 degrees. Winds are out of the northwest, about 5-10 miles per hour. Now, as we head into the afternoon, perfect Halloween afternoon. Temperatures warming up to the mid-60s, mid to lower 60s, and partly cloudy skies, so the clouds do start to break up. Now, if you're planning on trick-or-treating tonight, it is going to be a great night for it. A little bit chilly, but this is right on average where we should be this time of year. By 6 p.m., we're about 60, 61 degrees, and then dropping down to the 50s by 10 p.m., then reaching 40s, 48 by midnight, dropping down to low 40s for overnight low. We do start to warm up as we head into the weekend. Friday, we're getting more clouds pushing in and temperatures reaching low 70s, so about 70, 71, 72 degrees. And then we have more showers creeping back in as we head into Saturday. So mostly overcast skies to start the day. Then those scattered showers start to roll in. By the overnight hours, we're starting to see scattered thunderstorms. And these are not a part of any cold front, warm front. They're just scattered thunderstorms moving in from the south. So we are having that south breeze. And we're also temperatures in the upper 60s, low 70s for the entire weekend. Now, as we head into Sunday night, more thunderstorms across the area, and then Monday afternoon we actually finally have a cold front moving in. You can see that line of storms moving in, and it looks to be just south of us. The strongest part of the storm will be just south of us, though, with thunderstorms continuing for the weekend. Might be eating up all of that energy, so we might not even see a severe threat, but We are excited to get some rain across the area. We could see up to 6 inches of rainfall accumulation in total over the entire weekend. So it was a great amount of rain chances. We're really excited about that. It's also going to be fall back on Sunday, so don't forget to turn your clocks back an hour, get an extra hour of sleep. But until then, enjoy the next couple of days, sunny skies and temperatures in the 60s and low 70s. That's a look at your forecast. We'll be right back.
Artificial intelligence is bringing animals back to life in unique experiments across the pond.
Tina Kraus is in London to tell us what it's all about.
In a museum full of skeletons, you might wonder,
hello, how are you?
Who's he talking to? After all, the last time a dodo was seen alive was nearly 400 years ago. But artificial intelligence has given this one new life.
Reviving the dodo is a thought-provoking notion.
Researchers in Cambridge, England are aiming to deepen our ties to nature through face-to-face chats with long-lost creatures. The conversation starts by scanning a QR code.
They can have an actual conversation with an animal, with a specimen, and that, I think, brings it to life in a really different way than a normal museum exhibit might.
Fellow creatures.
AI is giving a voice to 13 specimens, including a narwhal, a butterfly, a fin whale, and even a cockroach. And these smart skeletons know more than just the facts. They come with personalities, too.
You could ask it, how its day was, what it had for breakfast. You can have a proper conversation. What do you think about humans?
Humans, a curious bunch indeed. Your fascination with nature's quirks, like me, can spark important conversations about biodiversity and conservation.
Jack, welcome back.
Museum directors hope giving visitors a playful, personalized approach will ignite a passion for preservation.
Well, the Museum of Zoology in Cambridge says it's the first in the world to let creatures converse directly with visitors through AI, and they can do it in 20 languages.
That is really fascinating stuff.
It really is. Really cool. Very interesting.
My spiders are tickling my face.
Well, yes. I wonder what noises spiders would make, and if they could speak to you in, 20 different languages.
Say, leave me alone. Probably
would.
Well, temperatures, if you're planning on a Halloween forecast, we've got perfect conditions for it. Temperatures in the mid 60s, dropping down to low 60s by the time everyone starts to trick or treat. And then through the 50s, by 9 p.m., we're getting down to just about 50 degrees. Overnight low, dropping down to the low 40s overall. It's going to be a fantastic night, and heading into the weekend, even better. Now we'll be right back.
Here's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door. NEO A&M in Miami celebrated the opening of a new nursing simulation lab with an open house. Now, the lab includes multiple simulation areas designed for high-fidelity simulated scenarios to teach and enhance skills and knowledge. Now, the simulations provide the opportunity to train students on complex medical scenarios without risk to patients. The city of Joplin wants to make a change in its sewer rates. The city held a public meeting yesterday evening to present information from the recent rate studies of the city's wastewater treatment plant. If the rate hikes are approved, they will begin next year. And a Missouri initiative called Share the Harvest provides an opportunity for hunters to donate their deer to help food banks with their shortages. Both the Seneca Food Pantry and Feeding Incorporated in Carthage receive much of their food from the Ozarks food harvest. One of the most difficult items to stock is meat. Now, food banks in our area are asking for more donations as the holiday season approaches.
And heading into Halloween afternoon, if you plan on trick-or-treating, temperatures are going to be fantastic. Mostly clear skies all afternoon long after clouds finally clear out mid-afternoon. Temperatures getting up to the mid to lower 60s by 6 p.m., 61, dropping through the 50s with our overnight low in the low 40s. So we're right back on average for this time of year.
All right, wonderful. Well, since announcing Ring's great ghost search, the brand has received nearly 4,000 customer videos catching what appears to be ghosts on camera. Now, videos range from a ghostly figure making himself at home on the patio to a possible ghost dog running through a yard in the middle of the night.
Each of these videos shows footage exactly as it was captured, as customers are unable to edit clips within the Ring app. So this is live footage. This is exactly what's happening. That's exciting.
It's very well. Is that what they're talking about? That ghost dog?
I think that was the ghost dog.
It's probably just the neighbor's dog. Let's be so for real.
Person. I thought did you say something about a ghost?
Is that supposed to be the ghost dog?
I think that's the ghost dog.
I don't know.
People
say anything
I know.
These
I
days.
see a lot of dogs walking around outside at night. A lot of animals in general.
Sure.
Lots of spiders.
Lots of spiders. Yeah, right there on your face.
Yes. Well, thanks so much for letting us put the good in your morning. We'll be back with more news and weather at noon.
Have a great rest of your morning.